Let's make this real quick. I think that will work. What's up, Central Valley? Let's get him in here. Let's get him in here, Carnal. Let's get him in here, homeboy. Let's talk about it. Oh, come on. Here we go with these comments. All right, let's try to see if a YouTube Live will work too. Good evening. Good evening. Let's get him in here. What's up, Johnny? Mr. Guzman? Alright, so. Interview 99 rapper. Oh, Doughboy. I've heard of Doughboy, brother. I gotta check out his stuff, but he actually comes up a lot on my feed. What's going on, people on Instagram? What's going on, Raza? Let's get him in here for a little bit, and we'll start getting this thing cracking, man. Meanwhile, let me drink my little coffee here. Nothing major. Alright, man. So let's do this, brother. So, the reason I'm making this live, actually, is because I had an interesting conversation with a brother from another mother, Mark. What's up, Mark in LA? How you doing? I was on my way to the gym. Excuse me. I was on my way to the gym, and he sends me a DM. I don't know the guy, so whatever. I click it, I open it. It says something about like I don't know if white Hispanic. They don't care about you either. It wasn't like fully disrespectful. At the same time, I got the hint. So I hit him back up right away, and I talked to him. I told him, all right, Mark. I took a picture. I'm driving to the gym. I took a picture of the neighborhood. Bam. I'm still here in my hood. What are you talking about? He tells me, listen, he's still in his neighborhood in LA. He feels that I'm, he didn't say disrespectful off the back, but I think he kind of did insinuate that, and I get it. So me and him actually started having a conversation back and forth, and not back and forth in a bad way whatsoever, in a positive way, right? And once the conversation of me and Mark were done, me and Mark came out of that so much better, man. It was such a fluent and good conversation that needed to happen. After that, I even cut my gym short. I took off, man. I said, you know what? No, I got to do a live because he was like, you know what? Thank you very much for clearing a lot of stuff that you say and this and that. And some of the stuff that I can tell you, I will talk about the pod post in a minute. Let me go through this. Some of the things that I will tell you is that no, I'm sorry, I lost the train of thought real quick. Let me move that out the way so I don't even see it. Jeez, I got too small on me. Get out of here, please. There we go. So after me and Mark talked, I said, screw this. I'm going home. Make the live, right? So while me and Mark were talking, I was explaining to him. I said, listen, Mark, just how you're DMing me and telling me that you think I'm either a little bit racist or kind of figure that or this and that. On the other side of that coin, brother, I get homies, not homies of mine, I get homies that hit me up on my Instagram, and they tell me, hey, what are you doing fucking with them chongos? Fuck that black-brown unity, homie. Shit like that. They see it that I'm also pushing for black-brown unity. So I told them what I am, Mark, I'm the guy stuck in the middle. I'm the guy trying to have those conversations. I'm having those taboo conversations that a lot of people just won't have. When I first started my channel, aside from the immediate area where I'm from and my homies and maybe certain people around here that kind of knew me, there was other people that said, who is this guy, man? This guy's got to be a chump. This guy's got to be a PC. This guy's got to be this. This guy's got to be that. And I knew they were going to come at me and try to discredit me, but more and more they sounded, damn, this was about that. This was this. This was that. And it was just, the thing was, the things I talk about a lot of times, it's taboo, man. It's stuff that we just don't want to talk about. It's stuff that we never really sat down there and talked about, and that's where I come in, man. I come in trying to have these conversations, excuse me real quick, trying to have these conversations that people plain and simply shy away from, man. And that's the whole thing. So now let's talk a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about the Pac post that so many people I would say it was a good 35 to 40% that were very much offended, and I knew they were going to get offended. You don't think I'm from the LA area? You don't think I'm putting that out that I didn't know that I was going to ruffle some feathers? Come on, man. That's the way. That's the whole point of the game. But what you guys see, okay, first let me explain the post, man. First of all, I could give a rat's ass about a Confederate flag. I could give a rat's ass about the statues. My breaking point to me was actually when they took down that I think Juniper Saint statue out here in downtown, and to me that's when it crossed the religious bound. It crossed religious boundaries. For people who are offended, I get why you're offended, but there's many people out here that's their saint, brother. That's almost like a religious gesture of war. Not that it was, but that's what that is. And the funny thing is that people will sit there and say, oh, well, they did this and that, and they think I'm a Christian. I hate to break the news to you guys. I've never even been baptized, man. Maybe that's why I'm the devil, brother. I have never been baptized. I don't believe in that stuff. But what I do believe is in our rights. And this is what I'm trying to say. Right now, the people who are woke, they're trying to institute their ideology at 20-something years old, and some older, but let's say the 27-year-olds or whatever it is, onto us who are a little bit older, and just think that we're supposed to live up to those morals and values because that's how they feel right now. Well, that's not how life works. And that's why I put that Pac thing, because imagine in 50 years, one of you guys who are in your early 20s, maybe you're 70 years old, right? You're walking down the street, you're 70 years old, 50 years from now, 27 deep. People are really woke by then, right? You're walking around and you got a Pac t-shirt on. And some fucking college kid or somebody will tell you, hey man, the fuck you got that rapist on you for? People think about it here and now. That's why it fucking blows their mind and it fucking hurts them. But that's the avenue we're leading to when we're letting just the mob go in there and break stuff down because they're offended. That's what makes this country great. If we disagree on things, we can't just sit there and go and shoot somebody, break stuff down. That's gangbanging, man. That's gangbanging at its core. That's what gangbanging is. You hurt me, I'm going to hurt you. And that's not what we do, because all that does, that divides us, brother. That divides us. Now, that being said, with the Pac post, for all of you who haven't seen it, go look at the comments. That's what a lot of people don't see. I knew I was going to get roasted. I knew people were going to talk shit. I don't care. As long as you're not being blatantly disrespectful, I'm not going to delete your comment. If all you're going to say is you're a bitch or a punk, you know what? You're just not ready to have that conversation. But the beautiful thing that I see that most people just don't see, and I put myself out there, that's what people don't see, is look at those conversations that are happening, brother. We got brothers in there speaking their mind. We got essays in there speaking their mind. We got brown and black actually having a communication. We could sit there all day long and say brown and black unity, yeah. But if we don't get down to what we think is different, how we differ from each other, what we like, what we don't like. But the problem is that it's too many times a one-way conversation. Because anytime somebody says something that somebody doesn't like, and that's not in the black community. Let me tell you something. And I found that out the hard way. That's in the brown community all day long. Man. To me, oh, Gil, you're a coconut. Oh, Gil, you're this. Oh, Gil, you're that. When most of those jackasses haven't even voted. I voted Barack twice, Hillary the last time when she was up. This time, I'm going independent. I'm sorry that people say, oh, well, that means you're going for Trump. Fuck Trump, too. I'm tired of both of these parties playing us for suckers, brother. And that's who I am. I'm not hiding from it. I'm not trying to make friends. I'm not trying to gain subs. I'm not trying to gain views. I'm trying to gain conversation between us. Between us. And we don't have those conversations because people are afraid to have those conversations. But I'm not going to get canceled, homie. Like I said, this ain't NBC. This ain't Channel 2. This ain't Fox. I'm not going to get canceled. I'm saying truths that most people just don't want to talk about, brother. And that's what it is, brother. There ain't no this conspiracy and this racial epithet. Nah, brother. I'm just trying to talk to you, man. And because I disagree with you, I'm this or that. Nah, I'm just a man who disagrees with you. That's it. Other than that, you're gangbanging, man. And if you want to gangbang, let me know. I'll put my Nikes on, man. But I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to have conversations, brother. That's what this is about, man. That's what this channel, Bottom Line, is about. It's about us having dialogue with one another, man. Because we never have that dialogue. We sit there and shut it off. And too many times, especially in minority communities, we get shut off and we don't talk to one another. We just follow like sheep. And I'm going to tell you something. Both of these parties don't give a shit about you, man. And they'll say, yeah, go, it's lesser two evils. Bottom line, before 2020, the damn COVID, 2019 was probably the best time in the United States of America, not even the United, in the world, to be a minority living where we're at, man. We have progressed. Was this country full of race? Yes, but that was a different world. That's like me right now in the 90s banging on a fool because he killed my homie. That was a different world. We can't sit there and put this woke value into that life. If you want those statues gone, no problem. Go in there, go to legislation. Right now, all the city council, they're bowing down on you. Go in there and do it right. That way, you have the respect of the other side. And the other side, I mean people that don't agree with you. The other side doesn't mean a Republican. The other side doesn't mean a redneck. The other side doesn't mean, the other side just means somebody who doesn't agree with you. There is going to be people that don't agree with you. And that's okay, brother. That's what I'm trying to let you guys know. People will disagree with you. That doesn't mean they hate you. That doesn't mean they don't want the same thing as you. We all want the same. Do we want these cops to beat us? Yes, absolutely. Do we want a safe place to live? Yes, absolutely. But we are part of that dynamic. And we also need to look at the mirror. And that's one thing that I'm also putting. I'm putting that mirror in your face that you don't like what you're seeing. And what's the go-to? You're a racist. You're a coconut. Nah, homie. I'm a 45-year-old homie that cares. I'm a 45-year-old homie that's having the conversation. I'm a 45-year-old homie that's putting his face and putting his character out there for people to assassinate because they don't like what I'm saying. But please, instead of just calling me a coconut talk, tell me, hey, Gil, I disagree with you here. All right, boom, we're having that conversation, brother. It's teaching us how to speak like men, how to sit there and talk that talk, because that's the way we're going to move ahead in America, brother. In the new America, I don't know, brother. That I don't know. But in America, the way it stands, the only way we move ahead is we go in there, we use our words, we use our mind. We break those mental chains. People talk about all this oppression, brother. Is there racism? Is this? Yeah, yes. But as far as the oppression, again, this is the best time in the world to be a minority in not even just California, in America. In the next 20 years, we keep going this way. Brother, we're the ones putting all this work in. We're the ones coming up. But it's kind of like we just stopped to sit here and start arguing about what we don't have. Well, let's stop arguing. The big problem in the U.S. isn't race, man. It's the wealth. The billionaires are making so much money, people. And they're looking down and saying, these fools are fighting over some statues. These fools are fighting over a flag. These fools are fighting. Let them have it. Let them go at it. Let them do this. Let them do that. Meanwhile, the rich are getting richer. Straight up, man. That, to me, is one of the worst things that's going on in America, man. The amount of money the elites have. They call the elites I see the right guys calling the left the elites. They're all elites, man. Republicans and Democrats are all elites. They all come from wealthy ass families who have been in politics for generation after generation after generation. But us going out there and just destroying stuff, that's not gonna work, man. We need to get in there and get involved in the politics, brother. All right, homie. Let's see what we got here now. I hope that explained a little bit to you guys. Dun, dun, dun. All right. I just had to get that off my chest real quick. So, Arizona. Okay, we're the proof. Did the gay. Ah, come on, Flowmaster. Don't be hating on my boy, Big Hurt, carnal. Everybody's so scared of offending. Well, it's not. See, that's the thing, Joey. It's not just offending blacks, but it's offending anybody who has a difference of opinion. And most of the, if you look at the numbers, America's only made 30% black. That means the majority of people out there protesting, they're not black, brother. They're mostly liberal white people. I drove by the park right here in North Hollywood. There was probably like around, I don't know, 60 people out there, and I would say maybe 5 to 7 African American men and women The rest are all white kids and a few Latinos, man. It's not. It's almost like the audience of gangster rap. The audience of gangster rap is not black, man. It's white kids, and that's what's going on right now. You got all these guys coming out here. This is their moment. This is their hippie moment, and I get it. But I just personally think they're going at the wrong way, and that's it, man. Let's see. What's up, Fresh? Haven't caught a live in a minute. Well, here you go, brother. Let's do this. Let's see what we got. We got some people. Says the drama, put their mate. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to see if I get some gram stuff going on. What's up, people on the gram? Don't do as much, so give it to you guys. All right, so let's see what's going on, man. Nevada. I don't need to get into it, brother. I was there, and that's what it is, homeboy. You know, people maybe feel a certain way. Maybe they do for a reason, carnal. I'm calm now. I'm calm down, Mixie. I'm calm, carnal. Yeah, here we go. All right. As long as they don't start wanting to take our Catholic Christian beliefs and statues, or it will be dealt with by Cristeros. What's the thing? They did. They knocked down a statue out here in downtown LA. Again, the Juniper Saint or something. I don't know. Like I said, I don't follow it, but that was the thing that kind of crossed the line for me, brother. I will, Jose. Help me. Thank you for the donation, carnal. Oh, man. American Cholo for president. Al Mendez. There you go, brother. All right, we got Cholo, fuck the haters. No, it's not even that, brother. You know, like I said, I want to have those conversations, man. And that's one thing I was talking to Oak Creep today. He's gonna be on actually on Saturday, and we were talking. The first time we actually talked on the phone, he's like, "Hey, Gil, for when I first heard you, I was like, hey, what's up with this guy, man? He's on our side. Like he didn't know the get down of how I would do things, and I think after he saw it a little bit, he's like, all right. And there is a formula to what I do, man. The formula is to sting you a little bit, man. It's supposed to hurt. You're supposed to feel it, because for too long you just get fed the same thing over and over, and you don't have something else to think about it and make you think, man. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make you guys think and see. Like this. Most of us, and that's what it is, most of us see like this. We see what's in front of us, we see what's there, and we see what we're fed. And I'm talking on both sides, man. And both sides need to open it up, man. Open it up and look at there's a big different world out here. And it's like we're at a table. And there's many races, many beliefs, many religions, many people who have many different views on life. And that's the beauty of America. But when you take that away from the table, it's like the book, when I say some animals are equal, but some are more equal than others, brother. That doesn't work. We all need to be equal. And if we want to take something off somebody, we need to go about it the right way. We can't just go in there and say, give me the keys to your car, chump. It don't work like that. Because then what? You're back to street code. If you want to go back to street code and go back to the 90s, by all means, dude. That was street code. Street code was gang banging, getting your money, they kill your home, and you go back into that, and boom, boom, boom. And then what happens? We have mass incarceration. That's another huge problem we have in the United States. Mass incarceration. But the reason, the reason we have mass incarceration, and these are my angles too, at the end of the day, it's because we continue to do the same thing. Man. We continue on that cycle of destruction. Let me, as I'm talking to my wife, turn the AC. My wife, if you're watching, turn the AC on. Somebody hit her up. Yeah, we're stuck in that cycle of destruction, brother. We're stuck in that cycle of the gang banging ways is cool. We look up to that, and we shouldn't, man. Give me 1 second, people. I'm hot. Sorry, people. My wife always says that rude. I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't want to be sitting here sweating all my makeup off, man. But that's one thing, man. We're stuck in that cycle. We're stuck in that cycle to think that we're oppressed. We have a horrible thing. And mostly it's here. Is there a lot of situations? Yeah, they are stuck and there's some screwed up shit. But mostly it's right here, man. We need to break out of that cycle. We need to start teaching our kids. We need to get families back together. We need to kind of push for family units, man. It doesn't mean you have to have a mom and dad. It means you have people who care for you aside from It's cool to be a banger. It's cool to be a dope dealer. It's cool because that shit is played out, man. Look where that's taken us, man. And now the crazy thing, I'm sounding like the old guy that would sit there and say, "Stop playing that music." And no, it's not that, man. I listen to that music all day long, brother. But it's kind of like people have really believed that that's the only way to get out of the ghetto. That's the only way to get the hood. Nah, man. We need to make education fucking cool. We need to sit there and somebody told me, Gil, you don't know what you're talking about. You're outdated. Nah, brother. Maybe in your nice neighborhood. Most neighborhoods that are screwed up still got the same issues, brother. Still got the same issues, brother. People on dope, people banging, people running the street, people on alcohol, people on heroin, people on meth. We all have the same issues, especially brown and black. We all have the same issues, man. But the thing is, most people don't address that because then they want to sit there and say, "You're a sellout. You're a coconut. You're a coon, brother." And I think a lot of times, there's a lot of guys who sit there and say that, and they are way off over here. I'm not, brother. Again, I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle floating. And the thing is, I'm getting it from both sides. I'm getting it from the left, and I'm getting it from the right, brother. The left says I'm a dirtbag Trump supporter. The right says I'm a liberal Hillary supporter. I'm a this, I'm a that. Homie, I'm just an American cholo, carnal. That's what I am, brother. I'm a guy that came here as a kid from Honduras, as an immigrant, went through all this shit, went through a crazy life, and now I'm just trying to spread what knowledge I know about life, brother. So let's see where you guys are at. No filter, American cholo for president. There you go. I might become president, homeboy. And it's not even about having a filter. It's about just, telling the truth. And this how I was. This, the way you hear and see me now, this is how I am all day long, brother. This is how I am all day long. When I was a gangbanger, this is how I was, homie. But I was talking about gang shit. But I wasn't talking about peace. I was talking about, all right, these fools came over here. That was that way, brother. But that was wrong, brother. And what I see now, I see people banging. I see people banging where they should be doing it the right way, but they're not. Let's see what we got. There you go, Eddie. Go independent, brother. Civil war will definitely happen. Wake up, sheep. And you know what? I've never thought of that before. I even had that conversation with my wife. Like, dude, this is crazy, but this is kind of like rallying up for that because, again, they're banging. They're out there banging, brother. And it could be something that, okay, you break that saint, right? What would be the difference of Americans, and I'm not even talking white rednecks, I'm talking about Americans, just regular old Americans going to the mosque somewhere in Brooklyn, and it's a Muslim mosque, and say, you know what, you guys are a bunch of terrorists, man, screw you guys, and we tear up the mosque. This is like 9/11 all over again, with that, the emotion, the feelings. It doesn't give you time to think and stop and think and say, hey, wait a minute, I'm jumping the gun here. And exactly how that reaction happened 9/11, that's what's happening right now. People are just sitting here thinking with emotion and not thinking about other people, not thinking about what's going on. They're just thinking about here, now, I'm hurt, this was going to happen. That's what it is. And they don't sit there and think and actually rationalize what they're doing. There's no one talking for us except American Cholo standing for what's right for Rasta. Thank you, homie. Thank you, Andrew. And that's another thing, man. I do. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not ashamed of it. I speak for what I believe Rasa, not all, of course, but what a lot of us believe and think. And Mark, that's another thing. We don't have a platform, brother. We just don't. Plain and simple. Any platform that we have speaking for us, it's more entertainment and stuff like that. But to a straight meat and bone platform where we could say our grievances, this is it, brother. This is it. The only thing is that it gets people try to talk down. Oh, because you're racist. Oh, nah, brother. Am I in the comment section? I'm in the comment section trying to take stupid racist comments out, and that's from both sides, brother. That's what I'm in the comment section doing, man. I'm in the comment section trying to have good, decent dialogue going on, brother. That's all I'm trying to do. And am I pro raza? Absolutely, man. Hell yeah, I'm for my people. Does that mean I'm against yours? No. You're for your people, right? I mean, you're against me then? Because that's what that tells me. When I hear people say, oh man, you're a racist. Wait a minute. You're pro your people. That's anybody. I'm not talking black, brown, white. You're pro your people. So the minute I start being pro my people and expressing stuff that I believe is against what's good for my people, I'm a racist? No, that means when you're pro your people, you're racist? No, it does not, brother. No, it does not. And all I'm trying to do is have you step into my shoes for a minute, brother. That's it, man. That's the great magic that American Troll is trying to do. All right, let's see what we got. Ta-da. Let's see. The economy, I don't know. At this point, it's up in bag. It's up a coin toss, but we will crash here pretty soon, brother. We will definitely crash here pretty soon. I hope there's not a revolution, brother. I hope there's no guns needed. It'll take us back 30 or 40 years, brother. That's the thing. Work-wise, as far as us Latinos, I'm not even lying to say about the brothers, but I think the brothers also are stepping up in the middle class, man. We definitely are. But we don't get involved politically. That's our problem because we just ride. We just go and go with the flow. No, we need to get involved for stuff that affects us, man. And we don't. And that's why a lot of times say, hey, man, I'm saying, look at this, look at that. And again, people will try to sit there and talk a certain way about it. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Let's jump pretty quick. What's up, Budo Slim? How you doing, brother? Back from the Roman times, everybody wanted to be entertained. That's what they say. So, Joe's a Trump supporter. Get him. I'm Chicano. I support Trump 100%. I see why he's doing. In my opinion, he's the only hope. There's evil people controlling this world, and he's exposing them one by one, and that's why I support him. Listen, Joe. With me, I could care less, brother. I will sit there and talk to you about certain politics and certain policies that I don't like, but I'm not going to be there and just judge you as a person just because you support the guy. That would be the same as I judge somebody just because they support Biden or some other candidate. That's where we lose the argument. We don't have to get along politically, people. We don't have to get along religiously, people. We don't have to get along gang-wise. We just don't. But we gotta respect each other's views, values, and morals. We gotta respect that, because once we cross that line where your views, values, and morals are more important than the next person's, and it's all about your views, values, and morals, that means you're taking it over. You're gang banging now. Now I'm the big dog in the yard. I'm gonna start lumping fools up. I'm gonna start doing this. But eventually, somebody's going to come after you. And that's where it goes for tit for tat, brother. And that's what I'm at least trying to avoid, man. Fuck about you. Tell me that one thing, Michael. Send me a thing on a comment, brother, so I'll read it. What we got? Family Sanchez. We don't have a platform because our people don't care about anything. There's so many of us, it's not even fair that we look for others to back us up. No, you're absolutely right, brother. You are absolutely right. Like when those protests were going on, and we got some comments talking about, hey, what did the blacks show up? You know, the BLM show up? Like they were, brother. Again, they're not gonna show up until we show up for ourselves, man. And in reality, we don't need anybody to show up for except ourselves. But we don't, because we get too divided. We don't have conversations. We're too sensitive when we have conversations. That's the problem. We have so many facets of different. It's almost like the Latino, Hispanic, Chicano, raza, indigenous. You gotta say that because that's what you got. You got a crew of people who say they're Hispanics, people who say Chicano, people who say they're Latino, people who say they're indigenous, people who say they're this. There's just so many pieces of the pie, but then we're raza, man. And that's the sad part. And until we actually have those conversations, and not have those conversations like little kids that get upset and fight each other, we need to put our big boy pants on. Put our big boy pants on and understand that somebody might say something that you may feel it's insensitive, but as long as they're not disrespecting you, they're just having a conversation with you. And that's the thing. We act too childish, too sensitive. Somebody says something you don't like, oh, you's a bitch. Oh, you's a this. Oh, you's a sellout. Oh, you's a racist. Nah, homie, I'm talking to you like a man. You're the one talking to me like a kid. That's the difference, man. Let's see what we got. All right, Richard Laspar. I'm 6'3". I have a couple great grandparents that were German. Most family from Spain, the great grandparents that were Mexico. All right, well, congrats. I'm messing with you, man. Mr. Sin Manchas. We have to learn how to have dialogue, respect each other's differences. Stop letting pride, ego, impulse be our weakness. Stop blaming everyone and act. Support brown business first. There you go. And that's one brown business you gotta support. Sin Manchas on IG, brother. As a matter of fact, I've been looking at your stuff, man. I want to get some stuff. Yeah, man. Support Gilly. Support Gilly. They're on me right now. They're on me, man. They're on me. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's exactly what Sin Mancha said, brother. We need to put our egos to the side. We need to put all that just not negativity, just our pride, man. We need to put all that stuff to the side and really start getting down to the issues that we have, now, because we don't, homeboy. Let's see what we got. Let's see what's the grand people. Pura Cultura, how you guys doing over there, brother? I'm down for the third party, man. I'm down for the third party, but it's funny. I get people now telling me, "Oh man, you're going for the third party. That means you're for Trump." I'm like, Jesus Christ, man! I can't win over here, man. I'm not voting for that son of a bitch. Just for that. That's my own opinion, right? That's my own thing. And at the end, I respect yours. I'm not voting Democratic either. I'm going independent. I don't care if I got to vote for a guy with one leg, one eye, and half an ear, brother. That's who I'm voting for, and that's just my vote. And people need to respect that. People can't just sit there and say, "Oh man, you're voting for this. You must." Nah, brother. That's back to I got you or just it's some childish stuff, man. Let me see, brother. Let me see what we got. We're too busy planning for Quince, Batista, Bola's birthday parties, mariachis for an hour. This is usually Rasta top priority. We always worry about looking better than the next family. Yeah, Jose, but that's everybody, brother. That's everybody. That envy is in the brown community. It's in every single community, brother. But I don't think it's really as bad as it used to be. I mean, yeah, you still get it. I just think Raza really doesn't show up because the message always gets distorted, man. And there's a lot of Raza that feel... Okay, there's a lot of Raza. Let's get into this. There's a lot of Raza that don't feel the way indigenous people feel. And then indigenous people feel that... I'm not sure exactly what they want. I think they want all this back and I don't know, property. I don't know exactly what they want. But there's a lot of Raza that's, hey brother, this is where we live and it is what it is. We're Americans. But then you get those other ones that say, no, we're not, we're this, we're that. And we go into our bickering with each other. Instead of saying, all right, brother, you can be whatever you want, man. You can be whatever you want. Let's not even talk about what you are or what those ideologies are. Let's talk about with Raza, we want better schools, we want better this, we want better that, we want better police protection instead of brutality. We want all this stuff. We want immigration. Okay, how do we get there, guys? That's how this is this conversation. Okay, how do we get there? I can sit here and argue with you for 3 weeks. We'll still be in the same conclusion. You'll be where you're at, I'll be where I'm at. So there's no point in having those fights. There's no point in sitting here having feudal fights over stuff that is past history. At least that's my point. My thing is, how do we get ahead? And I think once we start getting into that rhythm, we can hopefully make a difference and hopefully grow. And the thing is, we don't have to go to protests. We can do it like this, man. We can do it where you got so many people, and then finally, once a year, then you go. But you go in there with one message. You can't go in there with all these crazy messages because there's the rest. See what you don't see right now because of the media. The media will just show you one side of the story, right? They don't show you sides, say, of people like me that don't feel we should be doing it. Straight up, they don't show it, and the ones they do show would be more like on Fox News. And those guys are so far to the right and nutcases that it throws off the argument when people like me say. That's what those guys are way over here. They're spewing that right wing propaganda, and for the most part, to me, the right wing all about the rich. This is what it comes down to. This is my analogy on politics. Democrats, Republicans. What do you guys want first? You want Democrat? You want Republican? One for Democrat, two for Republican. Let's get you guys involved here. Nobody's answering. One for Democrat, two Republican. All right, we're going one. So one, The Democratic Party, right, brother? The Democratic Party is this in my eyes. The Democratic Party is that mama whose son is doing no good, don't give a shit, but can never do bad, but is always trying to give him money, always taking care of him, doing everything for him, lives at home, doesn't pay any rent, is just being a lazy ass fool at home. But mama's just, he's gonna be okay, he's gonna be okay, he's gonna be okay, I'm gonna keep getting money. And this guy's just like, I'm living here at home, rent free, I'm chilling, brother. That's mama. That's the Democratic Party. The Republican Party is that crude ass stepdad, rich guy that don't give a shit about you, that just cares about making his money and looks at the kid, you lazy son of a bitch, he ain't attempting to try to help you. So at the end, you got two, and they're really not helping that person, that child, that son, that daughter. That's what I think both parties are at. One just, they'll protect the mama that think they're doing right, but at the end they're getting taken advantage of, man. And the other one, just don't give a fuck. At least that's my little take on it, brother. No, I'm going independent home. I told you. The one-legged, one-armed, half-a-ear guy. That's what I'm voting for. Whoever that is, that's what I'm voting for, brother. That's exactly who I'm voting for. Let's see what we got in here. Let's see what we got. Damn, that went pretty quick, actually. Dun-dun. I think we fight each other a lot of times for lack of resources. It may be lack of resources, but it's something, especially for Raza in the neighborhoods. That's what we've been bred for. That's exactly what we've been bred for. That's exactly what we've been fed. Shit, for the last 40 years at least. I mean, I know there was gangbanging and all that before that, but like from the 80s on, it took a different twist, man. And we've been fighting one another, brother. And it's been the norm, and it's unfortunate. And that just, the gangbanging stuff has really not, it's gone down number-wise, obviously, but it's still there. But that same thing is still going on. We're still competing and fighting. Why? Because we don't know how to have those conversations, brother. Because it's taboo to talk about it. But it shouldn't be taboo to talk about it. Our parents, they really didn't talk to us. My mom didn't talk to me for nothing, brother. As far as any, hey son, you okay? You having a bad day? Nah, brother. That did not exist in my world, brother. Straight up. It didn't. And I know for a lot of times in Raza families, the fathers are not like that. But this generation of ours, we're starting to change that, dude. There is a lot of Raza out there, men and women, that do talk to their kids, that are taking care of business, that are raising kids that are better than they were. And that's the trick to the U.S., to raise kids better than you were. To me, sitting here and worrying about what happened, I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. To sit here and worry about what happened 200 years ago, it's like I'm stopping my game to go, my hustle's still going, brother. I'm still trying to get ahead. I'm still trying to get ahead for my kids, for my grandkids, man. And that's what we need to do. We can't sit there and get stuck on the old stuff. What we do is we become politicians. We get power. You want to take some of that stuff out? No problem. Let's vote on it. If it votes and they say take it out, by all means. You know why? Because if you don't vote, you don't put it into law, you're always going to have one side that said you stole something from me. You're victimizing somebody because you got victimized. Again, you're gang banging again, man. That's the problem, brother. That's the problem. At least my opinion, brother. Hold on. What do I do here? What do I do here, people? All right, what do we got here? The gangbanging thing ruined generations for about 60 years. Yeah, it definitely did, brother. And again, that was us, man. That was us. Just the gangbanging, pretty much. And some stuff that I read, it was just kids on different blocks that were messing around, playing. Go to another block and they start kind of fighting with each other because they're on bikes and throwing stuff at each other. And then after that, it becomes more of a fight. And then you get older, you're in junior high, then of a girl, you start fighting. And then somebody brings a bat, it just escalates. And that's what's going on right now. People are escalating. And the next thing you know, you got homies getting killed. And then you got their homies getting killed. Then you got homies going to prison. And then that huge, nasty cycle, that vicious cycle of gangs, of drugs, of all that hits our neighborhoods. And we've been stuck in those cycles. But the only way we're going to get out of those cycles is to educate one another. And it's not white to want a good life, brother. It's not white. That's one thing you guys got to break, man. That's why we came to this country. We came to this country for a better life for our families. My mom came to this country for a better life for her sons, brother. Your dads, your grandparents, a lot of the people that came here came for a better life. At least raza. But at the end of the day, we are where we are. Do the end justify the means? I don't know. Depends who you ask, brother. All I know is I'm glad to be living in the United States. I wish times were not the way they are now, but they are. And we got to deal with them. But we can't deal with them by just going out, toppling stuff, acting a fool, letting your emotions get the best of you. Because again, people, that's gangbanging, man. At its core. You guys just don't see it because it's the first time you guys are doing it. I'm not talking about you guys here, but you know, these people. These people. Let's see what we got, brother. Oh, they went out here. Jim B310. I did speak on it earlier, brother. Tupac inspired the gang life in LA. Nah, the gang life in LA was already taken out, brother. Way before that. Let's get it. What these what? I don't know. I can't read that. Education. Move out of the hood. Talk to the younger generations. Leave the hood mentality. Yeah, the hood mentality, man. Two great songs by Ice Cube, if you guys haven't heard it. Hood Mentality and Us. If I know how to rap and I rap those, they call me sellout, they call me and Uncle Tom, they'll call me all kind of stuff. Those are two of my favorite songs from Ice Cube, man, because he's speaking nothing but facts. Ice Cube was so ahead of his time, brother. The problem was that Ice Cube wasn't really that type of gangster, so him saying that, or not even that, it was at the time that those songs were being made, nobody gave a shit. At that time, in the 90s, Jesus Christ himself, and it could be white or black Jesus, I don't care. He could come down from the heaven and say, LA, stop gangbanging. And guess what? These fools will probably bust on Jesus, man. That's how bad gangbanging was in the 90s. ¿Qué ondas, loco? I heard you bumped into someone. nah, you haven't, brother. Let him tell whatever stories he wants, carnal. I'm not a chismoso, homeboy. You have to see your stuff as an American, no matter what. My great uncle died in Germany in World War II. Give you the right to think that way. Man, that's, that to me, I agree 100%. Armin Vamp, I agree with you 100%, brother. The reason we have all these freedoms, all these rights, is because not even just your uncle, it was these racist, dirtbag founding fathers of us. If it wasn't for those guys having whatever vision they had back in those days, brother, we wouldn't be where we're at. That might be a reality that you don't want to hear. That might be a reality to say, oh, well, fuck those guys. No, you can't impose your morals and values on somebody from 200, 300, 400 years ago. That makes no sense, brother. That makes zero sense. And that's why I brought up the Pac analogy. You can't sit here because in 50 years, you're going to wake up, you're going to be an 80-year-old man wearing a Tupac t-shirt, and some young guy's going to come and tell you, hey, what the fuck are you wearing that rapist shirt? Because times have changed 50 years, and now that's no good anymore. This guy's going to look at you as a 50-year-old man. I mean, an 80-year-old man. What do you mean? I've been wearing this for a long... Yeah, but that's no good anymore. And that's what we're doing, brother. That's what we're doing. Yeah, we have an ugly history over here, man. But who did it, man? Please tell me where this utopia that so many people think we live in, where did that utopia, where was it? I don't know. Maybe Atlantis? We were doing it. The Spaniards were doing it. The Mongolians were doing it. Alexander the Great was doing it. I mean, the Roman Empire. Since mankind has been writing history, all right, people? Since mankind has been writing history, we've been at war with each other. We've been conquering each other. We've been killing each other. This is probably the less wars, believe it or not. We've had Iraq. You guys have no clue, man. You guys have no clue. And sadly, I think sometimes, you know what we need? We need a damn good world war. That's probably what we need. We need a damn good world war. So we go on and fight. We lose millions of people. And we hopefully win. We'll come back and they'll be like, shit, we got it good over here, man. And we'll appreciate what we got. That's the sad part. I just think that we don't appreciate what we have. But then you say that, oh, it's because you're an Uncle Tom. Nah, brother, it's not because I'm Uncle Tom. It's because I've been in jail for years, seeing that horrible life. I've been in those pits. I know what it is. I know what it is to live at the bottom of the barrel. For a decade, I lived in the bottom of the barrel. My mind was spewed. I hated life. I hated cops. I hated my own people. I hated everybody. I was oppressed. Until, you know what? I woke up one day. I said, dude, fuck this life, man. I'm going to work, brother. I'm going to do right. And guess what? 20 years later, I'm a pretty successful guy. Not rich by any means. Like physically, but I'm rich in family. I'm rich in health. And the reason that isn't by luck, man. It's by me waking up every damn day at 5 in the morning for the last 20 years. That's how you get ahead over here. Not by sitting here and blaming some old white son of a bitch from 200 years ago. That's not how you get ahead. You get ahead by waking up at 5 in the morning, putting your fucking head up. I'm going to work. Why? For these kids. And then hopefully those kids will have a better life. And their kids will have a better life. That's what it's about. My opinion. There you go, brother. My kids are cops. One is a doctor. They know the brown and black struggle in the hood, but they see the vision of a better socioeconomic environment with a better education and wisdom from us parents. And that's what it's about. Repent. That's what it's about. The founding fathers never planned for non-whites to be part of America. Of course they didn't. Of course they didn't. But what the founding fathers did, Jake's good comment. What the founding fathers did that you guys don't see when you say stuff like that is they made a constitution that is a living and breathing piece of paper that has evolved, brother. That has gave us what we have today. So regardless of where they were at, they were so far of their time. They were the Tupacs of their time, brother. They were the Malcolm X of their time. Whether you want to see it or not. Did it take them a while? Yeah. But it didn't really take them a while in history. There is dynasties that had slaves for 500,000 years, brother. And that's what we don't see. We're too stuck on the negative. Remember, there is a constitution because those crazy white sons of bitches knew that something was brewing here in America that doesn't brew anywhere else, brother. You know what that is? That's freedom, man. But you can't take somebody else's freedom and then think that your freedom one day won't be taken. That's my point with that. What do you think? Gil, I got some good facts. All right, Michael. The first... you jumped on. What happened, Michael? What happened? What happened to Michael? What happened to Michael? What happened to Michael? Ta-ta. Yeah, that jumped real quick. I'm sorry, Michael. I lost you, brother. Yeah, Skip. That's exactly what I do, brother. But all right, let's go down. Let's go down. I wanted to answer that one, Mike. Sorry about that, brother. Our culture is chopped up. The American values have overshadowed traditions and cultures. There are too many identities for us. We need to educate us and support and hold them accountable. I don't know exactly. I think our culture is our culture in America. It's whether you're Mexican American, Honduras American, whatever you want to call it, whether you're Puerto Rican, whether you're Dominican, brother. Here is our culture, man. Whatever we make here in America, it's our culture. Like I said, some people see that flag and they see that's the American flag. Nah, homie, that's our hood, man. That's what we need to put. That's our mentality we need to put. This is our hood. Yeah, we're going to wave that flag. We're going to take it away from the racists. We're going to take it away from the bigots, brother. That is our flag that we need to fly under because that's our culture. If you think, not you, Manchas, if you think that you're just full Mexican, you're this and that, and you've been here your whole life, man, you got something coming, homie. You got something coming. If you ever were to live in another country like Mexico, Honduras, El Salvador, and you go in there like a pocho, nah, man, you're an American. I hate to break it to you, Mexican American, pocho, whatever you want to call yourself, brother. Just don't get upset at me. See, all right, there you go. I'll give you that one, Panchas. No, okay. We're going down. I jumped way too far. Okay, Abraham Kimani, American Cholo. I agree that wanting a better education, way of life, does not make someone who is black or brown want to be white. We've been brainwashed into thinking to be smart means being white. Yeah, brother, I agree. Straight up, I agree. And that's the sad part. And that's something that if people say the white man has tricked us, well, maybe that's the one, man. Maybe they sat there and it was back in the slavery days. If they caught a slave reading a book, guess what? They're gonna kill you, brother. Why? Because you're gonna educate yourself, and then you're gonna educate the other ones, and you don't know how bad you have it or how good you have it until you're educated. You're just gonna follow whatever the master tells you. The master tells you you're oppressed, brother. The master tells you you're happy, brother. But once you get educated, that master can't tell you shit, brother. Because you got something in here that they can never take away, brother. And that's what we do, educate ourselves and not just listen to what people are telling you, man. Look around you, see what you can do for yourself, see what you can do for your family. There's so much opportunities here that are being wasted even now, man. That's a great comment, brother. Thank you. Yeah, I've seen the Mundo movie. It was actually pretty good, man. If that Mundo movie was a high budget production, I think it'd be a great movie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miguel, I agree, man. All right, now we're catching up. Good. All right, Jay Smith, that's all good and dandy, but they will never see us equals F the American flag. And Jay, I respect your point of view, brother. And that's what it's about. I respect it. I don't agree with it, but I respect it. And what you don't see, Jay, is the great thing about America, homeboy. That you can do that. I don't know. I don't live there. Thank you, Carlos. Mike Will, F the haters. I mean, F the haters. Listen, brother. As long as they're being respectful, no worries, brother. I love a good dialogue, man. It's good to hold on to your culture, but be American. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, let's see what else we got, homeboy. Always try your best to be a creative artist and think outside the box. Yeah, I think we should. I think we get bogged down too much with whatever we're being fed, brother. And do I think the media has a lot to do with it? Yes, man. Yes. Listen, man. This is what the media is, and this is on both sides, man. Both sides, not one or the other. Both sides. The media goes by views. The media goes by ratings, man. The more controversy they have, just like on these YouTube channels, when fools start fighting, they get controversy. People go back and forth. Who's saying this? Who's saying that? And that's what they want. They want those views because those views mean more people are watching, which means the sponsors pay more money, which means they could sit there and pretty much tell you whatever they want to see. And the news nowadays, for the most part, whether it's right wing or left wing, it's propaganda, man. It's sad to say that there's not really too many news outlets, and I can't really name one, that doesn't swing one way or another. It's propaganda. The only news outlet that I know that doesn't swing is American Cholo, man. I'm sitting here trying to give it to you in the middle ground, brother. Straight up. Because I don't have any sponsors. All right, here we go, Jay Smith. The American flag represents the blood from all minorities he took advantage of. I don't even support California flag. Damn, this was banging in California. That was to steal the land from Mexico people and kick them out. Oh man, now Jay, you're banging on Califas, carnal. Come on, brother. I get it, but hey, somebody always conquers somebody else, brother. Straight up. You'll have some indigenous people in Mexico that will say the Mexican government stole land from them, homeboy. That's just the way of the world, man. And you're sitting here fighting a war. Not a fight, a war that has been over for a very long time. But again, I respect your views, carnal. Shout out to Big Hurt. He's down with the brown. Nah, no burrito bomba for me, carnal. I'm trying to stay away from that. That's why I educate my children and nephews differently. Yeah, listen, we need to teach our kids. We need to give them the scoops. To me, this is a video game, people. All right, this is how I see life. Sometimes my wife's like, "You're crazy." This is a video game, man. This is a video game, and I so far have been through 45 stages of the video game. There's people who have been higher than me. In the 45 stages, there's pitfalls. And I'm trying to tell you, watch out for that pitfall. Don't fall for this. Don't fall for that. But the problem is, sometimes you get people saying, you don't know what you're talking about, man. You're this. You're that. All right, brother. All right. And you will find out that you are being bamboozled sometimes, man. And all I'm trying to do is trying to show you the blueprint for life, man. This is how we can get ahead. At least in my opinion. You know, some people have their own. And to me, I would try to give a blueprint for how my raza can move ahead and get better. And if I find somebody else whose blueprint is better, guess what? I'm going over there, man. Just like at work. At work, I go in there. I say, all right, guys, you're doing this. I go over here. I'm going there. I'm delegating work for 10, 15, 20 guys, whatever's going on in different jobs, right? This, and that. And once I tell a guy do this and he comes back, hey, Gil, what's up? Hey, don't you think this and this would be better? I look at it. I think. I say, no, you're absolutely right, dude. Let's do it that way. It makes sense to me. Whereas too many people, they get stuck. We're going to do it this way. Somebody tells them something else. You're a racist. You're a cook. No, wait, brother. I'm just trying to show you a different way, man. If you don't like the way I'm approaching this thing or telling you, very simple. No, I think my way is better. Give me your reason. We shake hands and we walk away, brother. And that's the way of the world, man. That's the way of diplomacy, man. The other shit's just gangbanging, man. And that don't get you nowhere, man. Straight up. No, the streets don't love you, carnal. Okay, here we go. The blueprint is in the scriptures. Yeah, some people will say that, brother. And I respect that too. The issue can be clearly seen in the comments. Control the mind, you control the body. Liberals and Democrats know this? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, whoever controls the media controls what's being fed, brother. And they will feed you whatever they want. They fed us, we're going to die of COVID. Everybody's going to die and it's spiking again. I don't know, man. But it's pretty much whatever they feed you, the masses will go with it, and it's always been like that since the beginning of time. It's always been like that. Nothing has changed, brother. Go ahead. Let's see what we got. All right, specs. I'm out here in Bakersfield doing my own business. It's crazy how out here the elotero paletero is much respected by blacks and other races. Well, I don't think it's just out there, Ace Best. I think the paleteros are respected by African Americans much more than what is shown. The problem is, this is the problem with all that. In the African American community, you have less discipline. I mean, I'm not saying no discipline. You're having less discipline than you do in, let's say, in a lot of raza areas when it comes to your youngsters, dude. They're doing a much better thing at it, and that thing that happened not too long was actually good because we learned a lot from it, brother. And I think little by little, like everything else, we learned a lot from it. But at the same time, we could have sat there, I could have sat there and jumped on it and racial mongled the shit out of that and say, look, this is what... brother, again, I'm not looking for a fight, man. I'm looking for that conversation, brother. So I think that's the way we get ahead. All right, so we got... Now, 99.9, don't think for themselves. You're absolutely right, brother. Okay, that's a good question. Mr. Manut, American Cholo, are you or do you believe in God? Are you a Christian or Catholic? I am not a Christian. I am not a Catholic. I have never been baptized in my life. I personally do not believe in any form of organized religion. That being said, I myself personally believe there is a God. What kind of God? I don't know. And I personally believe that if there is a God, I don't need religion to get to whatever heaven there is. I think if I live a good life, a moral life, take care of my family, do my thing, I will go to a better place if there is a better place. Because you know what? In reality, we don't know. And if for whatever reason, when I die and I was supposed to go into one of those religions and God doesn't accept me, then that's no God I want to be part of. Straight up. That's my honest to God's opinion on it, brother. But and that's the thing, that was a funny thing that I caught myself, because I, for a long time, and still to a point, is the anti-religion as a whole, like in a big sense, right? And I find myself now defending religion because of the statue they knocked down here in downtown LA, the Juniper Saint. And it wasn't because I'm a religious person. It was because somebody's rights, somebody's religion was toppled over because somebody else felt a certain way about it. That's why I didn't like it. And that's why I still do not like it, brother. It could be a mosque. It could be anything, brother. I do not like it. Straight up. It's wrong. And it's a slippery slope that we're gonna, if you open that door, you open Pandora's box, brother, you can't ever go back. That's what we got. Yeah, they are. That's exactly what they are, homie. Jose Negrete. That's great. And this is so true, bro. This is so true. Jose Negrete. We celebrate when a family member gets home from the pinta with a big get together. Banda y todo. The one, hold on, let me finish this. The one of us one of us completes 4 to 6 years in college and we finish sin nada. No big party, no manches. In other words, you get out the joint, you come out, people party like you just graduated Harvard, and then if you graduated college, a lot of people just don't care, and that's something that we need to change. Raza, we need to stop making it cool to come out the joint, because for so many years, and still to this day, you'll get guys like, homie, you made me to the joint, homie, you don't got no clecha. Wow, come on, homie, come on, brother. What are you gonna teach me? Are you gonna teach me how to open up a bank account? Are you gonna teach me how APR works on credit cards? Are you gonna teach me how a house loan works? Are you gonna teach me how a construction loan works? Are you gonna teach me something that I can teach my kids other than, all right, homie, this is how you do a kite, this is how you fish? Nah, that's staying stuck in those ways. But the crazy part is that most of those guys that are doing a lot of time in jail, they wish they had the opportunities we have, and they hope their kids don't go in there. At the end of the day, real gangster ass fools, no, that's not a good life. Real gangster guys, no, that's not the right way, brother. But and I hope that little by little we get out of that rut. But if we get stuck in that victimized mentality, we're not. And that's where I differ from most. I think a lot of times we have a victimized mentality instead of getting to work. It gives people the opportunity to say, "Oh, well, that's why, because I'm oppressed with them. That's why. Well, hey, why don't you have a job? Oh, I'm oppressed. Hey, why don't you go to school? I'm oppressed. Oh, nah, brother, nah. If we stay on that path, we're gonna stay oppressed forever. But I think it's mostly here. Nah, no sacar la bolsita, carnal. All right, we go. Oh, no, I saw that one. I can't do it. Tan. Jump real quick. All right. Okay, Jason Smith, you'll be all right, man. Okay, off topic. What do you think of the news outlet talking about UFOs? You know what? I haven't even seen that, Junebug, but that will pretty much finish 2020 great, man. There was an Instagram post going around that where they're ready for July to come. So imagine all we need is some aliens, and then we'll have that world war I'm talking about. And then we'll come together real quick. All of a sudden, we have aliens land here and try to take over. All of a sudden, you ain't gonna see black, brown, white. We're gonna be human beings, brother. Maybe that's a good thing for us. Hopefully, we win. Cause I ain't gonna try to be no alien slave, homie. Let's all try to trust our true instincts when it comes to God. No problem, brother. Get your money. What's up, Manu? Good answer. Gracias. For sure, brother. But it's not even just a good, it's a real answer. That's the truth, brother. That's the truth. And for you guys who are very religious, more power to you, man. Straight up. And the reason, believe it or not, that I feel with that statue, let me give you the real reason that kind of also burned me in a little way. Because again, I'm not religious. My in-laws are. My in-laws are very religious. They're, especially my suegra, man. She's a huge Catholic, brother. And to me, it was like, oh, and she's like, tiraron un santo, el santito, like her, Mexican, the santito, like what? These, yeah. So to a woman of faith, to a man of faith, to doing stuff like that, man, you're crossing the line, people. You're crossing the line. You don't go to somebody's religious thing regardless of how you feel, because you're crossing the line. You'll be living good in the next life. I hope so, my man. I really do. And if there's no next life, then the lights go off and it is what it is, brother. Okay. The Higher the stocks, down to the fool. That's what they tell me, brother. That's what they tell me, brother. That's what I wasn't saying in the comments today. It's a statute. Tomorrow it's a church. Eventually they'll even go after individuals. Yeah, but a lot of people, what happened to that one? They got in their feelings, brother. They got in their feelings. They said, "Oh, this son of a bitch talk about pap." No. And they're not even looking at the context of what I put in there. They're not looking at the comments. They're not looking at the conversation because they're just looking at that certain portion, brother. F you, I'm unsubbing. But you know what? After reading, after going, it's gonna take a couple of days, but it's gonna take a couple of days, and they go back over there, look at the post, they go back, and it's gonna sink in. Like, oh shit! And that's the point. The point you need to sink in is that you can't go around doing that because one day it's gonna be you, man. And that's historical, forever. Somebody will come up, start oppressing somebody else. Eventually, that's gonna be you. Maybe not now, maybe not 20 years, but maybe in another 100 years, they're coming for Pac, homie. Straight up. Oh yeah, I remember my cousin was in the joint. His parents would tell his dad he was in college. Yeah, I think I did some of those for a minute. I was in school or some shit like that. I was in trade school. Oh man, that's right. That's what we got. I don't think people throw a party for a relative that got out of the pen in a way to pump up his past mistakes, but because of that, they got back a family member that was locked up and lost for many years. Yes and no, Jimmy, let me tell you something. This is what happens, bro. At least in my days. Every time I would get out of jail, brother, I would come out like I just came out of Harvard, homeboy. And what we do when we come out of jail, we start partying and thinking I'm making up for lost time while I was busted. No. That was your vacation. When you get out of jail, what you need to do is find a job, get a job, and keep a job. You find a job, get a job, and keep a job, you're going to stay out of jail, brother. And the problem is we get out of jail thinking, oh, I got to go party. Oh, I got to go to the club. Oh, nah, motherfucker, you just spent a few years back there. You're behind the game. You need to get a job, find a job, get a job, and keep that job, brother. And that will change people's lives. And I know because it changed my life. It's changing lives as I see it. I see homies of mine that their lives have been changing, man. Ray the other day, I took a picture of him. I'll post it. Langdon Street. I said, Ray, how long you been out now, homie? He's been working for me for like 2 years. It's like 2.5 years, girl. So how much time you do? He ended up doing 7 years. Been out for 2.5 years. Gonna hopefully discharge parole in October, man. That's a great thing, brother. And the only reason that guy is staying out is because he's working. Because he's working, he's coming to work every day, being responsible, taking care of business, brother. And that guy has every right to sit there and say, I just came out of prison for 7 years, I'm oppressed, I'm this. It's a mental thing, Raza. It's a mental thing. Get a job, find a job, do it, and go to it every day, and good things will happen. I guarantee you, man. I guarantee you. Let's see what we got. First a statue, then a cross. That's the problem. Because they're close-minded. You listen to both sides, try to understand the other's point of view, filter the BS, and there's mostly likely the truth. That's pretty much what it is, man. In a nutshell, homie. In a nutshell, carnal. Oh, man. It's all about the booze, huh? No, not the booze, carnal, not the booze. True, better pay, a few more bucks, 50K. I don't know what conversation you guys are having over here. Here we go. Big Dog Joe in the house. City of Northridge, representing always. Hearing what you got to say. Send a shout out, G. There you go, Daisy. Yeah, so like I said, man, we're having conversations, man. And that's what this platform is about, man. It's about having those taboo conversations, those touchy conversations that most people just, I don't know if they don't want to touch them, but a lot of people just don't know how to juggle them. Because they're going to come at you, brother. And they're going to throw all kind of stuff at you. And you got to know what to just brush off and what to respond to, man. And that's what we're doing. And that's why, dude, go to that Pac one, dude. There's some great conversation. Yeah, there's some yo-yos with their dumb comments, and I try to get rid of them. Some are borderline, they'll stay. But for the most part, great conversation, man. We're having a dialogue. We're having a dialogue right now, especially in Los Angeles and other areas, that we've never had as brown and black people. If so, please tell me a forum. I'll go there. But I think on this forum, we're having some conversation that have never been had. It's groundbreaking, brother. It really is. But I'm putting myself out there for that, man. I'm putting myself out there to get rich. If that was the case, you think I'm going to say stuff like that? Nah, I know I'm going to have people all pissed off. Nah, brother. Again, this right here is quality. Quality over quantity, brother. Quality over quantity. I'm not worried about the views. I'm not worried about the subs. I'm not worried. I'm worried about getting conversation, getting that dialogue going between one another, and not simply being told, "Oh, you're this, you're that." No, we all. Como es el dicho? Cada cabeza, cada mundo. Something like that, right? That's like every head has its own world. We all have our own world in our heads, and we all see the world in a certain way. There's none of us who sit there and say, "Oh yeah, we agree 100%." Everybody has their own world in here, brother. But we need to respect other people's views. We can't just sit there and dismiss other people's views because it's not to the curriculum right now. That doesn't work. That makes enemies. That makes division, brother. And believe it or not, I'm not making division. I'm making conversations happen. That's what I'm doing, brother. Let's see what we got. What's up, Nella? How you doing, Cardan? How you park in the house? Let's get drunk with it. I don't know about that, Mike. CDC and CDR are two different things. I've been out for 5 years and took what I could from prison and used the GED and trade skills to get work and keep it. Opportunities are out there if you want them. Yes, sir, Mr. Romero. It's all about the individual, brother. You want to stay in that hood mentality, you will stay in that hood mentality. You want to come out of jail and take care of business, you will come out of jail and take care of business, brother. That is true. Transparency and honesty as a man is very strong, brother. Rasa United. Andrew, how you been, brother? See ya. Wolf Slayer. And Wolf Slayer, you know what? Wolf Slayer is a right-wing guy. I respect it. He has some comments I agree with, some comments I don't, brother. But I respect his point of view, and I respect the way he comes at you, man. His thing is, now if you're not 100% in agreement, you are a bigot, racist, puras mamadas. And that's what it is, brother. You can't sit there and judge one person on one thing that he doesn't agree with. And that's the world we're coming to. And that's a scary world that we should not want. We should not want a world where if you don't agree with the masses, you're a racist. You're no good. You're a bad person. That is not democracy. That is not democracy, people. What's up, big chicas? How you doing, Cardan? But why trip about these false saints, brother? CJ. Let me get some water real quick. What you call false saints, somebody calls their saints, brother. What the white man called the Indians God, they call them fake. They call them fake gods. What the Spaniards, when they came over here, conquered all Central to Mexico, they called all those Indians, you are fake gods, man. So now what you're saying is they have fake gods. So now we're in a war like the Muslims and the Christians, brother. We're in a holy war. That's the problem. You can't sit here now in this day and time in America, sit there because you disagree or those people did something to your people back in the days and all of a sudden say, hey, you have a fake God. Because they're going to turn around when they have power and say, hey, your God's fake because they already did it. That's where the lack of communication is happening, brother. You need to respect one another's, especially religion, brother. And I already just told you, I'm not religious in any way. But you need to respect other people's religion. Because once you cross that religion boundary, brother, there's no going back, man. At least that's my opinion. Rasa. There you go, homie. Alright, Mr. Amora, he missed the 90s when I was a teen doing that big things, but sure happy it's changed. Lost the homies to the pen in the grass fields. Yeah, brother, absolutely, man. I think most people who've been through certain wars, and I'm not even talking about just Afghanistan, I'm talking about just wars in the streets, man. We appreciate being alive. We appreciate where we're at. And that's what it is. And it's not that we're selling out, brother. We're happy to be alive, brother. We're happy to be free. Tony, someone had to speak up for the Raza and you took initiative. My props to you. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that, Tony. All right. Danny, what's up with Danny? He's right. I last started working, wake up at 5 a.m. every day for 10 years later. A lot of progress. Feel good every day. You know this, Danny. Hey, you know this, homie. You go there, you wake up at 5 in the morning. I get my coffee. I watch a little bit of news. I pack my lunch. I go to Mickey D's, give me without the egg white delight, they give me another sandwich. I go to work, brother. I go to work. You know what? It feels good to go to work. It feels good to put in those hours at work. Come home on a Friday, got my check. If I want to go to the restaurant with my wife, I go to the restaurant with my wife. If I want to go to the movies when there was movies, I'll go to the movie. Anything I want to do, I'm a free man in America, brother. I'm a free brown man in America, and I don't shy away from that. I'm proud of that. I'm proud to be a free brown man in America who's working every day, taking care of his family, brother. And that's where our mindset should be. That's how we get ahead. And as we get ahead, our kids start seeing that. They progress. They get into politics, and then we get the wheel going, brother. At least that's my 2 cents on it. Ace the best. What's crazy and it's kind of bothers me. Cholo takes the time to spit knowledge. Some of the views are up there. Yeah, some are up there, homie. If you guys would subscribe, it would support the channel. yeah, everybody subscribe and you subscribe. I think I lost like maybe 3 subscribers. But again, I don't count it, brother. I don't count the subs. I don't count the views. If I counted that, man, I'd be all politically correct, brother. If I was politically correct, then I would say, fuck the God, fuck this, fuck that. Oh, man, come on. I'll be doing it. But I ain't worried about that, brother. I'm trying to spit some knowledge where a lot of people just don't want to do it because they're afraid of looking like punks. When I was 14 years old, I joined the gang, right? In 1989. I joined the gang. And once I was in the gang for, 6 months here, whatever, then it's more, then you start getting a little harder, and then you start saying, I ain't a punk, I ain't a punk. It took me about 10 years. When I got out in 1999 for my 3rd time out of YA, I finally figured out, I'm not a punk, homie. Straight up. I finally figured out, and it wasn't to the homies at that point, but I think by like 94, 95, it was myself pressuring me. Don't be a punk, don't be a punk, don't be a punk. So when people sit here now and try to say, oh, you're this, you're that, you're a racist, I don't got to prove it to you, brother. That's why I speak the way I speak. I don't have to prove to anybody that I'm not a punk. I don't got to prove to anybody that I'm not a racist. I don't have to prove to anybody that I'm this and that I'm that. I'm me, and I'm just giving you the facts as I see them, brother. There's no other agenda than trying to help my people move forward. That's all the agenda. My agenda on this channel is straight up try to have Raza move forward. Does that mean I'm anti-black? No. Anti-white? No. That means I'm pro-Raza, homie. And there's nothing wrong with that, Raza. There's nothing wrong with being proud of who you are, especially here in America, brother. We can sit here and fire the lock and nah, homie. We're here in America and we're fucking strong, but we're not united, and that's the problem. There you go, brother. Tony Gomez, not even gonna front. I don't vote, never had, don't think it makes a difference. But I'd rather have Trump for president than a guy who likes his leg hairs rubbed by little kids. I don't know, Tony. I don't see any charges. Give me some proven facts on that, because that's just malarkey, what they call it. Okay, that's right, Richard. You go with your heart, and I respect that. And that's what it's about, homie. When you see your kids recognize that you're a hardworking person, that's when you know the hard work pays off. It's all about showing them a difference. Yeah, brother, when your kids respect you for what you do and not for what you don't do for them, what you actually do for them, yeah, bro, that's a great feeling, brother. That's a great feeling, man. Dang. Brown first, homie. There's nothing wrong with brown first, homie. American control for president. Yeah, let's change the constitution so I can run for president. Gil, you need to get some shirts out, bro. There's how we say I put in the link and I never do, man. I have it on my Instagram, brother. You can go there. You can order them all day long. I just don't push the stuff. I don't push shirts. I don't push any kind of merchandise. Repent. You want to hit me up? I'll send you some free stuff, man. I don't, man. I'm not here. This is not making me money, people. This is not making me money. If I was off YouTube and put this energy towards construction, I'd be making some money, brother. Because people know when I work, I can make money, brother. And I've been putting my energy to this because I care about my people, homie. That's what it comes down to. I care about my raza. And that's what this is about. Hopefully this message that is here that I'm trying to convey to people, long after I'm gone, they're going to be listening to this. And say, damn, that crazy son of a bitch had some points. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to give you some other points other than what you get fed all the time. And again, From both sides, homie. Because I think both sides can learn from it. Because both sides are too busy screaming at one another. And I'm the adult in the room saying, come here, sit down. Come here, sit down. What's your fucking grievance? Oh, well, no, stop. You ain't gonna call this guy a bitch. What's your grievance? Okay, my grievance is so-and-so. You, no. Talk to him respectfully. What's your grievance? And what's happening? They're finally having a conversation, brother. And that's over here. We're finally having a conversation, man. Where most people just start screaming at each other. Why? Because having those conversations hurt. Having those conversations are very hard. Have you ever tried to have a certain conversation with an elder of your family or somebody else that's just kind of taboo? No, dude, you don't have them. Why? Because nobody sits you guys down. Well, Gilly over here is sitting your punk asses down, and we need to have these conversations, people. I'll hit you up on IG. All right, I got you, brother. I got you, man. We need more old school style sit-downs where respect is held. Yeah, pretty much, brother. And this is what it is. So it's about 7:14. I usually like running about an hour, hour and a half. So you got a couple questions. If not, I'm going to bounce out of here pretty soon, gentlemen. Almora, there's no punk in having a fam. Doing the right thing, taking care of the fam, having a job. Take care of business. I changed for my family and just had my firstborn grad from a university. Hey, homie, congratulations, brother. That's what I'm talking about. That's the stuff that gets me excited, is seeing people do that, brother. No insult. Yeah, that's it, brother. What's up, Gomez? Okay. Born Supreme, how you doing, carnal? Speaking of construction, how's the residential development game looking? Like going from now to 2021, slow, same or busy? We're busy as hell, man. But I want to say the regular housing market, no, it's definitely slowed down. And the guys who are flipping the houses aren't making as much money. I work more for guys who own their own homes. They're not doing it to flip, and they're pretty much millionaire homes, brother. The properties I'm working at is Malibu, like a 12,000 square foot with a 2,000 square foot basement. The Palisades, I want to say like a 15,000 square feet with a 1,500 square foot basement. Just finished one of the Palisades. Another one was about 7,000 square foot. These are all homes that people own, rich people, and they're building them, brother. So that market hasn't slowed down as of yet. Could it? Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Let's see. What are the safe in your family? All right, people. I'm gonna shoot out of here. Charlie Loco, the truth seeker himself, the American Cholo. That's all I'm trying to do, people. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to have those conversations, man. I know it hurts. I know it's tough. I know you feel a certain way. But if you want to be respected, you got to show respect, man. That's all it is. You guys have a great one. We will be doing live Saturday. The homie OG Creep, who has somewhat different views than I, but at the same time wants the same thing for Raza, will be coming through. So I hope you guys